Okay. So we just read a pasuk. We finished off the Havedat with Zechariah. Ko Amar Hashem. Zechariah says, where's the pasuk? Soma Hamishi. Soma Hamishi Yeh Lebe Yehuda L'Sason Simcha U'Ma'adim Tovim. The fast day of the 5th month, which is Tisha B'Av, the 5th month of the year, is going to be a holiday. Nisan, Iyad, Sivan, Tammuz, Av. And so Nisan is month 1. There's 2 ways to count the year, right? Nisan is spring. Nisan, Iyad is 2. Sivan, Tammuz is the 4th month. Av is the 5th month. Elul, 6th month. On the other way that we count, Tishrei will be the 1st month. Tishrei, Heshvan, Kislev, Tevet, Shevat, Adar, Nisan. And so Elul will be the last month. There's 2 different ways to count. Yeah? We start the calendar with Nisan, which is springtime. But the Rosh Hashanah is Tishrei. Right? We have 2 ways we count the year.
And every time we say Torah.
When the Torah counts numbers, it's Nisan. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's get started. Moshe Rabbeinu famously, I think if you listen to Parashat Devarim, Devar Torah, you're probably going to hear the Echa connection a lot of times. Moshe Rabbeinu says, Echa esa levadi korhachem umasa'achem v'dibechem. Moshe Rabbeinu says, how can I carry myself? Echa esa levadi. How can I carry myself? Korhachem, your troubles, umasa'achem, and your burdens, v'dibechem, and your arguments. I can't do it alone. He's kvetching, it sounds like Moshe Rabbeinu. I read in the Sefer, I don't know, Ashkenaz people help me out. I read in the Sefer, some Ashkenaz communities, they read that pasuk in the tune of Echa, of Yerushalayim, of Tisha B'Av. They read that as a sad pasuk. The Echa connection is obvious. Tisha B'Av, we read Megillat Echa. Happens to be in the Parashah that's always before Tisha B'Av, Devarim, it says Echa, the same word. Echa esa levadi. So the Echa connection is very famous. It actually says Echa 3 times in the Torah. The first time is separated into 2 words, but when Adam HaRishon made the sin, and Hava, they made the sin and they ate from the fruit, and then they hid from Hashem, and Hashem says, Ayeka, where are you? Ayeka is Echa, just with a space in between. Not a coincidence that Ayeka is also after the first sin that was ever done, the sin of the Gan Eden. It started back then with this word, Echa. Echa is associated with sins and overcoming sin. If you remember our shiur from Parashat Balak, remember Balak? We said, Ko tebarichu. Ko 25 is the beracha, right? Yehi. Yehi or. Yehi is 25. All the source of blessing that we have is 25. Remember this one? Ben Ish Hai says, Ayeh ko, and we said Bil'am was trying to take away from the beracha. Beracha is bar ko. Remember this? Beracha is bet resh ko. 202, 25. Bil'am was trying to get rid of the ko. Vani ikare ko. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to take the ko away, and you're remaining with the bar. Bar in Aramaic, which is what he spoke, means outside. 202. We said this in Parashat Balak. If you don't remember it, check that the YouTube, Parashat Balak. It says the Ben Ish Hai, unrelated, in a different place, different sefer completely. Ayeka, ayeh ko. Where is your 25? When you made a sin, you lost the ko tebarichu. Where'd it go? You had blessing, you sinned, you lost some of the blessing. Is the connection of the Echa, 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 the 3 times, just there? Or does it go a little deeper, which I want to reveal, just another layer, a deeper layer of this connection? The second point that I want to open up, the pasuk that we just said in the Havedat, the pasuk in Zechariah. So said Hashem, the fast of the 5th month is going to be a holiday. Yamim Simcha Moadim. It's going to be a holiday. It's going to be a happy day. How literal is this pasuk? Is it going to be a holiday if you have the worst day in the calendar? The Mashiach comes, we have the 3rd temple. Get rid of the Beav. Scratch it off the calendar. Flipping it to a holiday? Or just deleting Tisha B'Av. I'd be happy with the delete, honestly. I'll take it right now. Delete Tisha B'Av from the calendar. You got it. Sign me up. Why flip it to a holiday? How do we have the power to flip it to the happiest day? Tisha B'Av is never going to be removed. It's always going to be the happiest day of the year. It's a complete 360. One more point I want to flesh out. The Maharsha says, you may have heard this Maharsha in Berachot, that the 21 days of the 3 weeks, the 21 days of the Ben HaMesarim between Sheba Asar B'Tammuz and Tisha B'Av correlates to the 21 days between Rosh Hashanah and Hoshana Rabbah. These are the words of the Maharsha. From Rosh Hashanah, which is the first day of Tishrei, Sukkot is the 15th day, and Hoshana Rabbah is the 7th. That's 22 days. You count from 17 Tammuz through to Tisha B'Av, you have 22 days. 21 days in between, 22 days total. Maharsha says, yeah, they correlate with each other. How does this work? Why? Why did Hashem make it, according to this Maharsha, that there are exactly 21 days in between the 17th of Tammuz and Tisha B'Av, and also between Rosh Hashanah and Hoshana Rabbah? Okay. And so, to answer these and open these topics up so we can understand it, we're going to use a couple of midrashim and the help of a rabbi by the name of Rabbi Moshe Shapiro. Alav Shalom. He explains to us as follows. We have 2 times of year. There's 4 seasons in the year. And it's really split into 2 and 2, which means in our Barech Aleinu, for example, we have Barech Aleinu, V'ten Talamatar, and no Ten Talamatar. Summer and spring are lumped together. Fall and winter are all lumped together. Same thing for Muridatal. There's not 4 versions. There's Muridatal, Mashiva Ruach. There's winter and summer. The winter, says Rabbi Shapiro, is the time of planting, of plowing, of working the fields, of preparing. It's going to rain, and you're going to reap what you sow in the summer and spring, the spring and summer. He even goes as far as to say, it's beautiful understanding to the word. If you want to say in Hebrew, in my younger years, Moshe, in my younger years, what would you say? Bimeh? Use a biblical word. Bimeh Horfi. Horfi. Horef is winter. Why is your younger years called winter? Because those are the years you're working and you're planting and you're plowing and you're developing yourself. And if you plant and sow and develop yourself in your younger years, you're going to reap the fruits in your older years. So your younger years are like winter, your older years are like summer. Says Rabbi Shapiro, based on this midrash that I'm going to read you, the holidays, the Jewish holidays of the year, they should follow this pattern. We should put work, spiritual work and physical work, into the winter months, and we should enjoy the summer months. Now, if you're from, you don't enjoy the summer. Everyone else is enjoying the summer. What's our summer? No music, no meat, no weddings, no what? Missing out on summer. Look at the calendar of the year, the Jewish calendar. It starts with spring, Nisan. We have a holiday in Pesach, and it's good. We have a holiday in Nisan. Iyar, we also have a holiday, Pesach Sheni. Sivan, we have a holiday, Shavuot. This is great, because in summer you're supposed to enjoy. Spring and summer you should enjoy. Nisan, Iyar, Sivan. Tammuz, no. Av, no. Elul, no. no holidays. What kind of summer is this? And then we start getting colder, going to winter, tisha, when it's freezing outside. Okay, you have triple holidays, 3-4 holidays in the month of tisha. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Shemini Atzeret, Simchat Torah. It's freezing outside. Couldn't we do this in the summertime? There shouldn't be the holiday in Tishrei. The holiday should have been in the summertime. The winter time is not the time for the holidays. And the proof is, keep going in the winter. Tishrei, you have all these holidays. It's the beginning of winter. Cheshvan, no. It's winter, no holidays. Kislev, not from the Torah. Hanukkah is later. Right? Tevet, no holidays in Tevet. Shivat, no holidays in Shivat. Adar, no biblical holidays in Adar. Purim later. The whole winter was really supposed to be empty of holidays. Jewish Shvat. Yeah. I have the clicker in here. And so this is what Rabbi Moshe Shapiro is starting. You got it here, Esther, we got it over here. He's starting. We have to understand what's going on here. We celebrate Rosh Hashanah in Tishrei. What is Rosh Hashanah? Ze hayom tehilat ma'asecha, hayom harat olam. Rosh Hashanah is the birthday of Adam HaRishon. Right? At least according to one shot, the world was created on 25 Elul. If the world was created on 25 Elul, that means Rosh Hashanah, Adam was created on the 6th day. That means Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Chodesh Tishrei, was the birthday of man. So again, just to repeat, to catch you guys up where we're up to here. We have a very basic question. The question is as follows. Wintertime is not a time of celebration, of going out, of having holidays. Wintertime is a time of hibernating, of gathering, and of planting. Summertime should be the time when you enjoy. How come in the Jewish calendar, our winter time, when it starts winter in September, October, Tishrei, we have all these holidays, Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Tishrei, Sukkot, Shemini Atzeret. It's freezing outside, going to Sukkot. Why can't we have that in the summertime? And how come in the summer months in the Jewish calendar, no music? It's beautiful outside. It's August, July, August. No music, no weddings, no meat, no wine. Why? Switch it around. We celebrate Rosh Hashanah now in Tishrei. What's so funny? Did I say something? The fly. We celebrate Rosh Hashanah now as the birth of man. That's why Adam HaRishon was physically created in Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Chodesh Tishrei, he was created. The world was created 25 Elul. 6 days later, 1 Tishrei, Adam HaRishon come onto the scene. So Rosh Hashanah celebrates the physical creation of man. The Midrash says as follows. Here's the Midrash I want to read to you. Amar, the Midrash, Yakut Shimoni. Amar Rabbi Levi. Rabbi Levi says, unbelievable Midrash. You know it already? Okay, good. B'chol chodesh v'chodesh shebekayitz. You ever hear this one? Good. In every single summer month, b'chol chodesh v'chodesh shebekayitz, bikesh HaKadosh Baruch Hu li'ten li'Yisrael mo'ed. Hashem originally wanted that we should have a holiday every month in the summertime, spring and summer, every month. B'Nisan natan lahem Pesach. Nisan, which is the beginning, we got Pesach. B'Iyar natan lahem Pesach Katan. Iyar, we get Pesach Sheni. Sivan natan Aseret. The next month, Sivan, Shavuot, with 3 for 3. Tammuz, the summer month of Tammuz, Haya b'da'ato li'ten lahem mo'ed gadol. He wanted to give us a very big holiday in Tammuz. Ve'asu ha'egel. But on Shiva Asar b'Tammuz, on the 17th of Tammuz, the beginning of the 3 weeks, that's the day we made the egg of the golden calf, and we blew the holiday that we were supposed to get. Ubitel Tammuz ve'av ve'elul. Tammuz, Av and Elul, the last 3 months of summer, we're supposed to have a holiday in each one of those months. Because of the sin that we did in the desert, we blew it. We lost those 3 months from having a holiday. Uba Tishrei, came the month of Tishrei, which is the first month of fall and winter. Upara lahem Rosh Hashanah v'Yom Kippurim v'Ahag. And that's why we have 3 holidays in Tishrei. Why? It's making up for the 3 months we lost our holidays in. Rosh Hashanah, Sukkot, and Yom Kippur should have been Tammuz, Av, Elul. Amalei HaKadosh Baruch Hu la'acherim hu poreah v'shelo eno notel. Ten lo yomo. Hashem says, hold on. Elul, Tishrei, has 3 holidays to make up for the 3 holidays we lost. How could I do this to Tishrei? Tishrei is the first month of winter, of fall and winter. I can say, Tishrei, I want you to have the 3 holidays that I took away from them from the summer. And nothing for it. It's the month itself. So I got to give Tishrei another holiday just for itself. What holiday is this? Shemini Atzeret. That's why we have Shemini Atzeret. The last day of Sukkot is a holiday from within itself. Why? This really belongs to Tishrei. All the other holidays in Tishrei, Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Sukkot, should have been in the summertime. B'yom hashemini aseret tiyeh lachem, when it says in the pasuk, Shemini Aseret for you, on the 8th day is a resting day for you. Who is it for? For you, Tishrei. It's for you, the month. This one really belongs to you. Unbelievable midrash. What does this mean? Which holidays were supposed to be when? What was supposed to be in these 3 months? Tammuz and Av Elul. What holidays were we supposed to be in right now? Supposed to be a holiday? Thursday is the Tisha B'Av. What holiday was that supposed to be? On the 17th of Tammuz, Sheva Asar B'Tammuz, the day this all started, the first day of the 3 weeks, Moshe Rabbeinu came down from the mountain with the tablets. 40 days prior, we had Har Sinai, Matan Torah. It was only listening and looking. There was nothing to read. We've said this maybe 100 times in this shiur. There were no reading materials on Shavuot. There was nothing to read. You know the picture of the mountain with the tablets on top? False, fake news. There was no tablets on top of the mountain on Har Sinai. The tablets came 40 days later. It was only the words of Hashem. Which means, when Hashem gave us the 10 commandments and spoke us the Torah on Shavuot, it's Matan Torah, the goal was to also give us reading material, a code of law that we follow. But that wasn't to happen for 40 more days. Moshe Rabbeinu had to go up to the mountain and work and study from Hashem and write it and come down with the first tablets. There wasn't supposed to be a second tablets. If we would have followed the agenda the right way and not made the sin, the first tablets would have been the final tablets. Imagine what Sheva Asar B'Tammuz would have been. You think Shavuot was a happy day? It would have been the epic, ultimate Shavuot, the day we actually received the tablets written by Hashem himself. Rosh Hashanah that we celebrate now, we celebrate the birth of Adam HaRishon, the physical birth of Adam HaRishon. The spiritual birth of mankind was going to be 17 Tammuz. The day that we got the tablets from Hashem is the day when, congratulations, you are officially born, spiritually born. Rosh Hashanah was not supposed to be Rosh Chodesh Tishrei. The real Rosh Hashanah, that's only the physical Rosh Hashanah. The spiritual Rosh Hashanah was supposed to be 17 Tammuz. Sheva Asar B'Tammuz, the day we received the word of Hashem and didn't lose it. What did we do? We sinned with the golden calf. Moshe comes down and shatters the tablets and breaks them. We lost. Along with the shattered tablets, we have a holiday that was shattered as well. We lost the real Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah in Tammuz. The next year in the desert, in the second year of the desert, we sent out spies to go check out the land of Israel and to come back with a report. They came back on which day? Tisha B'Av. How many days were they there? 40 days, which means, when did they start their mission? Rosh Chodesh Tammuz. The entire month of Tammuz, which means the makeup test. Hashem gave us a chance to fix what we did wrong. The first year, we blew Tammuz. Hashem said, here's another chance. Go send people, Rosh Chodesh Tammuz. The entire month, they were scouting the land and seeing good things or seeing bad things. That was the test. They were supposed to come back from scouting the land the entire Tammuz, only seeing the good things, fixing the sin of Shiva Asar Tammuz. They were supposed to come back on Tisha B'Av, and they were supposed to say, Tova ha'aretz, it's a good land. And what would we have said? Let's go. This what was supposed to happen on Tisha B'Av. If we would have done this on Tisha B'Av, instead of crying, we would have been happy and said, let's go into Israel. We would have marched right into Israel immediately. We would have started a fresh slate in the new land with brand new inheritance, brand new life. That would have been the ultimate Yom Kippur. The ultimate Yom Kippur, the real Yom Kippur, was supposed to be Tisha B'Av, the day we all agreed happily to go into Israel. We didn't do that. We blew it a second time. Not only the first time in Shabbat Asar Tammuz we sinned with the calf, on the second chance, the second opportunity, we cried all night long and we said the land is terrible, we don't want to go in. Hashem said, you don't want to go in? You're physically not going into the land now. Only your children will go in physically, and you're spiritually never going in the land either. You lost the spiritual Yom Kippur. Strike two. There was supposed to be Rosh Hashanah in Tammuz. There was supposed to be Yom Kippur, bigger than the Yom Kippur we have now, in Av, Tisha B'Av. The Maharsha tells us the original plan to go into Israel on Tisha B'Av, to start the march into Israel on Tisha B'Av, was to be completing the Exodus. The person who took us out of Egypt was supposed to bring us into the land. If we did our job perfectly, the real Exodus, there's no point of having an Exodus, of exiting, if you're not entering anywhere else. The Exodus was left unfinished. We never really completed the Exodus of Egypt. The real completion of the Exodus would have been Moshe Rabbeinu picking us up out of Egypt and putting us down in Israel. Because we blew that, and no fighting. Because we didn't do that, yes, later on we physically entered the land with Yehoshua, but that was not a completion to the exodus of Moshe Rabbeinu in Egypt. It's a separate thing that we did. Hashem, on that day, on the 9th of Beav, we lost our completion of Yetziat Mitzrayim. Yom Kippur was supposed to be the close of exiting Egypt. It was the finale of the exodus of Egypt. We blew that Yom Kippur. And until this very day, we've still never completed the exodus of Egypt. Because we have to be brought into Israel the proper way, like we were taken out of Egypt. This is what we're crying about every single year on Tisha B'Av. And this is about the Haviyat. We just read this thing today, but we're in Israel today. It's great that we're physically in Israel. How did we get there? We didn't get there as a bookend to the way we got out of Egypt. That's how we have to go into Israel. And so therefore, the 3 weeks between Shabbat Asar Tammuz and Tisha B'Av, according to the original design, if we did our job right, would have been just bigger, equal, if not bigger, than today's Rosh Hashanah, Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, and Yom Kippur. When the rabbis say the Beav is going to be a holiday in the future, they ain't joking around. It was supposed to be a holiday all along. Listen to another midrash. Actually, let's finish the midrash we just read. So midrash we just finished off says what? Shemini Atzeret. Shemini Atzeret is given to the month true. It's a true holiday for the month of Tishrei. The other three holidays shouldn't have been there. We now know that Rosh Hashanah should have been Shiva Asar B'Tammuz. The 3 weeks would have been, instead of Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, 3 weeks of Teshuvah. Tisha B'Av would have been Yom Kippur. What about Sukkot? And so there's another midrash. This is a well-known midrash. I think you know it. When I say it, you're going to put 2 and 2 together. Watch. There's a second midrash that says as follows. Atzeret tiyeh lachem. The Shemini Atzeret, the final day of Sukkot. V'hayita re'uya liyot ahar hag 50 yom. It should have been 50 days after Sukkot, just like Shavuot, which is also Atzeret, is 50 days after Pesach. There's supposed to be a 49-day count, 7 full week count, 7 times 7, 7 weeks, 7 days, before you get the finale of Atzeret. We should have done the same thing with Sukkot. Why didn't we count? Why don't we count 7 times 7 and make Shemini Atzeret 50 days after Sukkot? The answer is, the Midrash says, Keshem she'atzeret ahara Pesach 50 yom. We should make it 50 days after, just like Shavuot is 50 days after. Ela amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem says, Horef hu, it's winter. Look at that word. Horef hu, it's winter. Ve'enan yichulin lehaniach batehen labo lekan. I can't make them come out in winter to celebrate Shemini Atzeret again. If I wait 50 days, it's already winter time. It's going to be freezing cold when I make them come back. Not Shemini Atzeret, 50 Atzeret, 50 days after Sukkot, you're supposed to come back to Israel. Says Rabbi Shapiro. Sukkot, in the original design, it should have been Rosh Chodesh Elul. If Rosh Chodesh Elul was the first day of Sukkot, and you just did the same thing for Pesach, on the second day you counted 49 days, the 50th day would be Shemini Atzeret. However, we blew it. What is the reason? Horefu, it's the winter time. You're not supposed to have holidays in the winter. We're supposed to have the holidays in the summertime, but you blew it, Bnei Israel, reading into this midrash. And I can't do the original design anymore. And so therefore, I'm not moving Shemini Atzeret. The midrash is not saying Shemini Atzeret should have been moved out. That's the way you understand the midrash the first time. It's not Shemini Atzeret that was changed because of winter. It was the first days, the Sukkot, that was changed because of winter. Sukkot should have been 50 days earlier, but I can't do it anymore because you blew it. And now because of you, you got to have your holidays in the winter. You can't have the holiday in the summertime anymore. Unbelievable. And so according to the original design, Nisan, spring, Pesach. Iyar, Pesach Sheni. Sivan, Shavuot. Tammuz, Rosh Hashanah. Av, Yom Kippur. Elul, Sukkot, Tishrei, Shemini Atzeret. Finished. Nothing else in the wintertime. Unbelievable. What we did was we blew our spiritual creation. We were supposed to be created spiritually in the desert, completed spiritually. Since we lost the spiritual creation, now we're going to just observe the physical creation. When was the physical creation of man? Tishrei. And so Hashem says, you're going to celebrate the physicality of the year. You're not worthy to celebrate the spirituality of the year just yet. It says by Sukkot, what does the Torah call Sukkot? Hag ha'asif tikufat hashana. That's what the pasuk says. The Hag ha'asif tikufat hashana. Sukkot is the holiday of harvesting Tikufat Hashana, the end of the year. How come we never asked ourselves this question? Sukkot's not the end of the year. Tishrei is not the end of the year. Moshe ever asked this question? Tikufat Hashana. Sukkot is the end of the year. Tikufat Hashana. No, it's not. Tishrei is the beginning of the year. The answer is the original Sukkot was supposed to be Elul. Elul is the end of the year. We blew it. And so, Shiva Asar B'Tammuz was the day when we were supposed to receive the tablets written by Hashem. The 10 commandments on this tablets, 5 on one side and 5 on the other side. Midrash in the Gemara, Mishnah in Ta'anit, page 26 says, on Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, which is the beginning of the 3 weeks, 5 bad things happen. On Tisha B'Av, which is the other side of the 3 weeks, another 5 bad things happen. We blew the receiving, the completion of the Torah. We broke the tablets physically and we broke them spiritually. The Gemara says there are 18 holidays in Eretz Israel and there are 21 holidays in Chutz La'aretz. Some people actually say there are 21 holidays even in Eretz Israel if you count Shabbat, because it says Mu'adim. It's called Shabbat Mu'ad and other things as well. And so another piece of the puzzle fits beautifully. The Maharsha said originally, the 21 days from Rosh Hashanah until Rosh Hashanah Rabbah correspond to the 21 days in the 3 weeks. What is he trying to tell us? Because the 3 weeks were supposed to be just like those days, holidays. In addition, the 3 weeks, each day of these 3 weeks is as holy as the 21 holidays that we have all around the year, if you count all the holidays up. Inside these days is hidden great holiness in the original plan, and it's still buried in these days. It's our job to not delete these days from the calendar. We want to reinvent and reveal the holiness that Hashem originally put into these summer days. We also said we broke the luchot on these days. That's how it all started. When we broke the luchot, the Gemara says, the sin of the spies, the Gemara says, if you look at Megillat Eicha, in Megillat Eicha there are 5 chapters, another 5. How many Pesukim are in each chapter? 22 Pesukim. The first 4 chapters are like the Aleph Bet. Aleph Bet Gimel. Eicha Yashiva Be'adad, that's Aleph. Bachot Tevkei Balayla, Bet. Darchei Sion is Dalet. Aleph Bet Gimel Dalet. Gemara says, why is Eicha written in the Aleph Bet? Gemara says because when the spies came back on Tisha B'Av, they sinned with the Aleph Bet, and so it's written with the Aleph Bet. What does this mean, says Rabbi Shapiro? When we broke the tablets, it says the letters of the tablets had to fly away. The letters, the Hebrew letters, which contain all the holiness of all the mitzvot, there are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. There are 22 complete days in the 3 weeks if you count both days. So the first bookend of the Shabbat of Shiva Asar B'Tammuz was ruining the 22 letters of the tablets, and then the final bookend of the Shabbat was sinning with the 22 letters, and that's why Eicha Yashiva Be'adad is written with the 22 letters of the Aleph Bet. And so now we revealed an unbelievable secret, a treasure that's right beneath our feet during these 3 weeks, especially on Tisha B'Av, which was going to be, and will be one day, the greatest Yom Kippur of our lives. How do we go about getting it back? So I want to give you one idea. And the idea is going to go back to how we started this whole shiur. Moshe Rabbeinu said, Echa esa levadi, how can I carry on my own? Torhachem umasa'achem v'ribechem, all your problems and your baggage and your arguments. And we said Echa is connecting to the Echa that we read Shabbat, is connected to the Echa, the Ayecha in the beginning of the Torah. Ben Ish Hai says, when we want beracha from Hashem, when we want blessing, in Hebrew we call it shefa. All the blessing that Hashem has is in a spiritual bucket. A bucket in Hebrew, in the biblical Hebrew, deli. Deli is a bucket. When Hashem pours from this bucket of blessing onto us, He's pouring the shefa onto us. But something's got to be inside the bucket. The water inside the bucket, the mayim, and mayim ela Torah. We have to fill up the bucket. Hashem can be pouring the bucket on us, but if the bucket's empty, we're getting nothing. Chas v'shalom. We need to fill the bucket up. What do we fill it up with? Spiritual water. And mayim ela Torah. The bucket is Torah. Now says the Ben Ish Hai. There are 3 ways you can learn Torah. The first way is you can receive Torah from a teacher. You're on the receiving end. The second way is you can study Torah with a study partner. You're equal. And the third way is you can teach Torah and be a teacher to a student. The word limud, studying Torah, is the same as the letter lamed. The letter lamed, limud, refers to the study of Torah. Lamed is 30. If you look at a lamed, it's made up of 3 lines, 3 vavs. 1 going down, 1 going straight equal, and 1 going down. The top of the lamed is how you bring the Torah down from your teacher, receiving it from your teacher. The middle of the lamed means you're studying with an equal partner. And then the bottom of the lamed means you're giving it over to someone who has less than you. Now we said mayim is Torah. In mayim ela Torah. What's the numerical value of mayim? 90 is 3 times lamed. Lamed, learn from a teacher. Lamed, study with someone. And lamed, teach a student. 3 times the lamed, 3 times 30 will give you the full water. So if you want to fill this bucket up with water to give us blessing, you got to do the complete lamed. Lamed means teaching, receiving, and studying. Says the Ben Ish Hai. When Moshe Rabbeinu says, Echa esa levadi, Echa, when you're sinning, and you want to fix the sin of Echa, esa levadi, you're doing it alone. This is how you fix the mistake that brings you Echa. Torhachem, misa'achem, veribechem. Your troubles, Torhachem is a hard time. That refers to taking from your teacher. Sometimes it's not easy to receive from a teacher. You don't understand what they're saying. You don't like the way they teach. You don't like them personally, maybe. Or vice versa, the teacher is aggravated with you. To receiving from the teacher. Misa'achem, your burden. That's when you're studying with someone, because guess what? When you're studying with a friend, the burden is all. There's no one to help you. It's misa'achem. Veribechem is lashon rebbe. Veribechem is also an argument. You being a teacher to someone else. That's the bottom part of the lamed. Says Moshe Rabbeinu, Echa esa levadi, the Echa. You want to fix this Echa? Don't do it alone. You have to study Torah with 3 people, but it goes deeper than this. Echa esa levadi. Says the Ben Ish Hai, Echa esa, how can I pick up? Levadi, lamed, bet, dalid, yud. We said a bucket is a deli. Levadi. How do I put this lamed be in the dye? You need to put the lamed in the dye to make it a deli. The word bucket is dalid, lamed, yod. But if you take away the lamed and you don't have the limud, the Torah, you take away the water, what do you have left? Dye. Dye means enough. You got enough. No more for you. We don't want die. We don't want enough. We want more than enough. Ad bili die. And so you got to put the water in the bucket. So Moshe Rabbeinu is hinting to us, says the Ben Ish Chai, Echa esa lamed bedai. You want to know how to put the lamed in the word dai to make it a deli, to make it a bucket? Torhachem, misa'achem, veribechem. Receive it, study it, and teach it. Share the Torah. We got to learn Torah. We got to study Torah. We got to practice our Torah without an argument, without fights. We lost the Bet HaMikdash, the second one, because of sinat hina, because of hatred, not because we didn't study Torah. We were very frum, but we argued and didn't get along. Moshe Rabbeinu was saying, you got to receive without an argument. You got to study lishma, which means when you yell at each other because you're studying, it's not because you want to be right. You just want to come to the truth. And when you teach it, lishma, you don't get upset at the student. You both have to have the right intentions. If we study Torah, we have a lot of Torah study going on. A lot of Torah. But we got to do it lishma. We got to do it with no argument, no bias, no agenda. If we do that, we will fill the bucket up. We'll fix the echa. And so Zechariah says, Hu amar Hashem, so says Hashem, Soma Hamishi, the fast day, the Soma Rebi'i, the day of Tisha B'Av, and the day of Shabbat Asar B'Tammuz, Yul Mu'adim, it's going to be incredible holidays. Why? As soon as we fill up this bucket with our water, we study Torah and we get along. We're not only going to delete these days from the calendar, we're going to reinvent summer as we know it. We're going to enjoy summertime with a new Rosh Hashanah. We'll have two Rosh Hashanahs. We'll have one Rosh Hashanah for the birth, the physical birth of man, and we'll have another one for the spiritual birth of man. We'll have two Yom Kippurs. Yom Kippur will stay in Tishrei, and we'll have the bigger Yom Kippur, which is the final exile, the final exodus, not the final redemption. It's the really finishing the exodus when Moshe Rabbeinu himself comes and puts us back into Israel. And we have this Torhachem, Misa'achem, Ribechem, the Lameds. We're going to reveal the amazing Kiddusha that's in these days. And so therefore, we cry, yes, we cry. Are we sad? Yes. But don't get too sad. Use it as a stepping stone to think positively. These days are unbelievable treasures right beneath our feet. We're going to celebrate. We have to get along with each other. We have to follow the Torah. If we do this, we're not going to have dai, not just enough blessing. We're going to have ad bili dai. From the deli, we're going to have a bucket pouring tons of shifa and beracha onto us. That's my message about Tisha B'Av this year. Think about this. We can do it. It's going to be a holiday very, very soon. Have a great week.